Hey guys, Ranjan here, bringing on another chunk of commentary. The MSL continues. Group A, Game 2, HiyA against EffOrt. It's going to be another interesting game. I gotta say, first group right off the bat, a great group. Several very good players. HiyA, one of the better players of Hwaseung Oz, has shown some pretty promising stuff in the Pro League. We're going to see how well he does here. He's up against EffOrt, the current up-and-coming, really up-and-coming ace of CJ. And I gotta give the advantage to EffOrt here. He's overall an insanely solid player, and I really look forward to what he will show us in this MSL. He is the player that Nuke says will win the OSL this season. We're going to see how right he is there, and we're going to see how well he does in the MSL. I'm not going to say that he will win the MSL, but I will say that he looks scary as all hell in a damn good way. So, just mind-blowing to be at the MSL, guys. It's mind-blowing. Well, not at, but you know what I mean. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I can't even see the numbers, but I know the countdown pretty much by heart at this point. I love how they show like the little photos of the players. So it's going to be Carthage 3. We're going to have HiyA as a white terran at the 5 o'clock, and we're going to have the red zerg EffOrt at the 11 o'clock. It's going to be Carthage 3. They've made a few changes to the original Carthage. There's a little bit more distance. The map is kind of larger. It's like they've added just a little bit, made it wider upwards basically. Or not wider, more like taller. They made the map taller. Not all the expansions anymore are all gas expansions. The inside 11 o'clock and inside 5 o'clock bases at the middle, instead of having 3 mineral patches and a geyser, now have 6 mineral patches instead. So, you know, that's one less gas for Zerg to take advantage of. But still a pretty decent map. They also changed the 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock expansions, switched around the positions of the minerals, so now it's actually a little bit easier to harass, and that's the position I was talking about. And we're going to have cheese right off the bat from HiyA. He's actually going to put down a barracks at a very cheesy position, and EffOrt has a drone heading straight for it, and it gets cancelled. How friggin' Sixth Sense is this? EffOrt instantly sends out a drone, charges that position. I don't know what the drone was doing there. Most likely scouting for exactly what it was scouting for. EffOrt expecting that HiyA, not quite at his level, well, I mean, that's pretty cocky to say, but, you know, expecting something. So HiyA's going to try to get some revenge here by trying to block the hatchery, but never mind, cancel that. Decides not to for some reason. Decides to go in and get the scout. I honestly believe he should have gone ahead and harassed a little bit. Going to put down the barracks inside of his main a little bit late. So failed 8 racks on his part. Not going to be any cheese. And now EffOrt is, well, the ball is pretty much in his his hands at this point. I don't really know how that saying goes. Spawning pool coming down now from EffOrt after he went for the 12 hatch. Very interesting to see players going for 12 hatch really on this 2-player map. Probably decided to go for it after he managed to get HiyA to cancel his barracks. Now Drone Scout going to come in. There's a very little choke from the main inside of the natural, so it's very easy to block off with only 2 buildings, I believe. So that's probably what HiyA's going to go for. He's going to... Both players pretty much at this point have exact scouts on each other, know exactly what they're going to do. HiyA's actually not going to block himself off. He's just going to use that one supply table to make the choke a little bit smaller and easier to defend with Marines. SCV trying to desperately build the command center, but Drone EffOrt doing a great job of just harassing around with the drone, making sure it's not going to do anything. SCV just desperately trying to build something when that's not going to happen, as he definitely does not want to have to build the command center off position. Of course, he can't just float it into the right position afterwards. Drone almost dead at this point. Still just really worth its life. Marine just going to come out to the drone. Oh, takes a shot from the Marine, but actually manages to escape with his life. So EffOrt doing an awesome job delaying the command center, but what was it, 20 seconds? 30 seconds, insane delay. Also going to go for a 2-base strat. Had his 3rd hatchery, has a few zerglings now running out, has an overlord inside. It's a little bit of danger because there are Marines now running out. Command center now just coming out for HiyA. But EffOrt is going to have those zerglings running out, are going to kill the scouting SCV that was there. We're going to see whether he goes for Mutalisks or what. I think that's probably what he's going to go for. He's going to go for a 2-base strat. Has that 3rd production hatchery just now starting up his natural expansion. Doesn't really have a lot of drones there. Probably going to build some more before he really starts going. Getting that extractor and academy on the opposite side, so HiyA is going to go for medic marines. Just one Rex into command center. He knew he had to catch up a little bit, and that's his stride, try to take the natural expansion. So really, it's all going to come down to harassment. Now, HiyA does have his SCV inside, knows that most likely the most logical thing that he should really expect are Mutalisks. He still doesn't see a den up, but I think we're going to see the Spire up first, and I'm going to see the den alongside to have Lurkers and Hydralisks to support the flying Mutalisk armies. Of course, probably not going to have a lot of Hydras because of the medic marine forces on the opposite side, so it's going to be most likely Lurkers. Second barracks now coming up for HiyA. Also getting plenty of gas now for his upgrades. Again, this about the player stuff that I really wish I could read, but unfortunately I can't. I really should get like a Korean friend to translate stuff for me. Oh well. Tech building, no, creep colony being put down the natural expansion actually. So I've actually seen him do this before. Him and Luxury, actually 2 players I've seen do this quite a bit. Put down a sunken colony at the natural expansion, whether you need it or not. They still put it down just in case. There are, I think, 5, 6, maybe 7 Marines on the opposite side. Still no medics out for HiyA. Probably not going to go out and push, because as soon as that gets spotted by most likely an Overlord, not going to be able to do anything weird. Still coming up, and HiyA still doing a pretty good job of keeping his CV alive. Zerglings haven't really taken them out. Spire coming up at the main. I think actually EffOrt managed to lure the SCV away before it did anything. Fire bats on the ground for HiyA, so HiyA might actually be thinking of going for a break already. Second call now going to be put up. Still Zerglings running around the field. They're actually going to be able to meet some of these Marines. We're going to see whether they actually pull back or actually try to engage. We're going to see what EffOrt does here. Still has his Zerg is not. Oh, loses one Zergling, takes a few shots. The other are actually going to run up to the right side. So this might just be a delaying tactic for him, just trying to make sure to delay those Marines as much as he can. Also has even more fire bats ready on the go. This fire bats, of course, soak up damage. It melts Zerglings really much. He has 2 sunken colonies at the front. He's probably going to have some Zerglings to help defend those. And they're definitely ready to come in at the back for a pincer attack. It's probably what EffOrt's trying to go for here. I don't think HiyA really has enough forces at this point to try to go for it. Spire, almost ready. Actually is going to go for this. Marines, drones coming off the line, probably to block, but a bunch. Oh! Some of the Marines and Firebats are going to be pulled off the line. Some of them decided not to go in. Actually, one of them got hit by Unsunken, and this is going to peter out. Horrible decision making by HiyA. Gonna get 1 Marine inside, not gonna be able to accomplish too much, not even gonna kill 1 drone inside the base. Did manage to kill several drones that were being pulled off the line, most likely to block the running in position, but honestly, he stopped his forces for a second to take out some drones, when honestly he should have been able to run those in. He would have had that Firebat killing drones like mad. He would have had 3 Marines and a Firebat inside of EffOrt's drone line. He completely wasted that opportunity. Opposite side, HiyA now putting up missile turrets because he spotted the Spire, knows that Mutalisks are going to be coming his way. Honestly, I believe HiyA just wasted a beautiful opportunity, and I believe that opportunity, the fact that he wasted it, that is going to really come back to bite him. I really did not expect him to stop there when he had a perfect chance to run in, try to take out. He did take out like 1, 2 more drones, but honestly, he lost an opportunity to take out half of the